I have respect for guys. I have respect for guys' games and what they've done, but at no point in my career will I ever back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk, I shoot, alley-oop, I attack, I make plays my way. I've never tried to make people mad. I've never tried to make people look bad. Sometimes things happen. Life goes on. I dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. It's a blast for me. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. Dunk on everybody. That's what people want to see. I will never back down. I will never back down. I have respect for guys, but I will never apologize. I dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. It's a blast for me. Dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody, dunk on everybody. I will never back down.
We're not backing down. We're getting started right here on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. It's our Talk Your Team Tuesday. Got to hit it real quick because I'm in the middle of stuff y'all can't even imagine. In fact, I'm thankful for modern technology that makes it look like I'm in a studio because I'm not. All right, y'all, listen, let me get to this real quick. It is Talk Your Team Tuesday, and it is NBA playoff time, and the playoffs have gotten underway and are rolling. And if I'm not mistaken, today, none of the home teams have lost. None of the higher seed teams have lost. I got to go backwards with it. So let's see. Last night, yep, all of the home teams won. Couple of close calls, but since Saturday when the playoffs officially got started, none of the home teams have lost. Cleveland in the early game, the number 4 seed, beat the Orlando Magic, and this is on Saturday now. Game 1 of their Eastern Conference matchup, the 4 versus 5. Cleveland with a nice 14-point win over the Magic, 97-83. Then after that, you had the Knicks beating the 76ers. Yep, that's right, the Knicks beat the 76ers on Saturday, 111-104. The Denver Nuggets beat the LA Lakers with no problem, 114-103. And then after that, it was Minnesota in the 3 versus 6, dominating the Phoenix Suns, who look listless, 120-95. Then on Sunday, you had the Dallas Mavericks losing to the Clippers, 109-97, without Kawhi Leonard. So for everybody who said, "Oh yeah, the Clippers," yeah, they handled their business. Everybody who talked bad about the Milwaukee Bucks, hush your mouth. They won their round 1 game, or first game of round 1, 109-94 over the Indiana Pacers, and that was without Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then you had the Oklahoma City Thunder knocking out the the New Orleans Pelicans, 94-92. New Orleans was without Zion Williamson, but the Thunder got it done. And then the Boston Celtics showed they are the real deal with a 114-94 win over the Miami Heat. Heat, of course, without Jimmy Butler. Man, last night, goodness gracious, what a couple of games. Cleveland, again, takes a 2-0 lead over the Orlando Magic with a 96-86 win at home. They're up 2-0. The Knicks held on for a 104-103 win over the 76ers, and that is a 3-game lead. I got a chance to see that game, and I got to tell you, Philly blew that game. They had a possession down late. When they were up, and instead of them, fighting for the rebound, boxing dudes out, they had guys standing around. They gave multiple opportunities to the New York Knicks, and Dante DiVincenzo knocked that bad boy down. And it's like, oh no, this gonna be Knicks game. And sure enough, they got the win when Tyrese Maxey inexplicably not turned it over as in a turnover, but he passed the ball to Joel Embiid, your big for a three-pointer for the game-tying shot? No, you don't do that. If you're the man, I know. It wasn't the right decision and it wasn't the right play. And if you're going to be the man, you got to take that shot and live with the results. He did not. Young man, Dallas, Texas area, he's going to learn from that. But, man, as soon as he passed it off to Embiid, I'm yelling at the TV, what are you doing? Now, granted, he had a big man on him, but you got to shake him and you got to pop back out for that three. He did not do it. Pass it off to Embiid, and there you go. And if that was the play called by Nick Nurse, shame on you, bro. Shame on you. That was a bad play call. Very bad play call. So, again, the Knicks got the win over the 76ers. Are up 2-1. One more comment about that. Y'all got to get John Starks off the baseline. I know he is a New York Knicks legend, but for him to be on that baseline and basically out on the court like he was last night, that was embarrassing. John Starks, sit your butt down in a seat and enjoy the game, bro. But running out, I mean, you literally were that far from being out on the court multiple times. Everybody come to see you, John Starks. Trying to see them young men get theirs in. And then, of course, the game last night. Goodness gracious. The LA Lakers blew a 20-point lead. And ended up losing 101-99 on a dagger by Jamal Murray to end the game. 101-99. LA down 2-0 in a series that they should have easily be tied at 1-1. You got a 20-point lead heading into the fourth? Nah, bro. You got to finish that off. You've got to finish that off. And, they talked about some bad calls. They talked about a very bad call on D'Angelo Russell. But again, you don't blow a 20-point lead and then talk about the officiating. I'm sorry. You got to find a way to scratch claw, do something, and win that game. So that's what's happened so far in round one. All of the higher seeds or the home teams are up 2-0, doing what they're supposed to do. You're supposed to defend your home court. And there you go. A lot of the greats used to say the playoffs don't start until the road team wins one. And so far, no road team has been able to do that. Let me check your comments real quick, and then I got to take a break. Keith Hennick, what's going on? Good afternoon. AJ and the Breakers. And, of course, you know who. Hi. All right, y'all, let me take this break. We'll be right back with more right after this on the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on ROKU TV, courtesy of BS3 TV.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with a Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
What do you get when you watch or listen to the Life Happens podcast? Well, I'll let them tell you.
Kim and I are both ministers of the gospel, and what Life Happens podcast is a beautiful balance by simply taking our spirituality with real life and merging it together to create a beautiful balance. And that's what we do.
BS3 Network proudly presents Life Happens podcast, where Christianity and life intersect. live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central.
My name is JM&E, and I won $500 on the lunch break from the Keeping Up with the Joneses Bracket Challenge.
Uh-oh, I'm sorry. I'll tell you, I'm doing too much. If y'all only know, I'm literally on a lunch break from a conference. So I am, it's going down today. It literally is the lunch break. All right, let me hit one more round and then I gotta get ready to go. All Maaannn said the Mavericks need a coach. Jason Kidd is not the answer. Man, Jason Kidd and the Mavericks did an exceptional job this year. Literally, again, they ran into a team that was motivated to win without their star player. We got some games that are going on tonight. The Mavericks, of course, are one of them. The Bucks will take on the Knicks at 7:30. At 7:30 Central, the Mavericks will visit the Clippers for Game 2 of their first-round matchup at 9. And then the early game at 6:30 Central will be the Minnesota Timberwolves hosting the Phoenix Suns. So just to talk about that Mavs game, they got a good shot to win one on the road. They got a good shot to be the first road team to get a win. I don't think the Pacers will get the Bucks tonight, and I don't think the Suns are going to get the Timberwolves tonight. I think the Mavericks are that one team that can win on the road. So again, they've not done anything that any other lower seed team has done so far this season in the playoffs. So I can't jump on Jason Kidd just yet. Now, if they get swept, we'll come back to this. We'll talk about it then. But right now, I can't give them that. So again, got games tonight, 6:30 Central. You got the Timberwolves hosting the Suns. 7:30 Central, you got the Pacers at the Bucks. And then 9 o'clock Central, you got the Mavericks at the Clippers. So that'll be those games tonight. All right, the NBA draft coming up in what? 2 days on the 25th. Through the weekend, you got the NFL draft coming up. Everybody pretty much sure that the Chicago Bulls are going to make Caleb Williams their pick. I'm thinking that you're going to see, I'm thinking you're going to see 4, maybe even 5 quarterbacks in the first round. I think it's going to be a very offensive draft where you're going to see quarterbacks run, wide receivers run, and offensive linemen. Normally, you'll see a lot of defensive edge rushers. You'll see defensive backs go high. I think this season's draft is heavy on the offense, where you'll see quarterbacks, wide receivers, and O-linemen run. The one position that I don't think you'll see in the first round this year, running back. I know there's some couple of projected running backs to go in the first round, but I don't think you'll see a running back go in the first round this year. I think that'll be the one position that will be left out of the first round. And I don't think it's because of what we saw in the past. I just don't know if with all those other positions, you're going to have guys that might have gone to other teams. You're going to see them then fall on the board because you don't have the run on defensive players like you would normally have. So teams that need a running back and an edge rusher, they're going to go edge rusher. A running back and a wide receiver, they're going to go wide receiver. The draft is that top heavy with quarterbacks, wide receivers, O-linemen, and then fourth position would be the defense edge rusher, edge and defensive back. So I think that because of the way the draft shapes up is why you're not going to see much on the running back side until second, third rounds before, you'll see some of the names that come out this year go. So I could be wrong, but I doubt it. All right. Keith Hennick, I know y'all need some help in various areas. We'll see what y'all do in the draft. Dallas Cowboys, are they going to show up and do something in the draft? I mean, they didn't do anything in free agency. They didn't do anything, with much of the signing. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Jerry Jones and the boys talk a lot of noise, but I don't know. I don't see them making any moves to move up to get one of the top wide receivers. I think they're just going to stay in the position. They're going to pick the best available, and they're going to swear it was the best draft ever. I don't know. They definitely have some holes to fill, though. Definitely have some holes to fill on that defense, on that offense, and we'll see what they do. But again, you know, my thought, quarterbacks, wide receivers, offensive linemen, edge rushers, defensive backs. Those 5 first round, heavy. I don't expect to see any wide receivers. I mean, any running backs taken early. So it's going to be very interesting. We'll be talking about it, of course, at length. I will be back tomorrow with Winning Wednesday. It'll probably be another fast break edition. So listen, let me go ahead and get ready to get out of here. I got to change shirts again and get back to it. So as always, let's not be divided. Let's be united. I truly do love you. There's nothing you can do about it except check me out tomorrow right here, same time, same place for Winning Wednesday here on the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku TV, courtesy of BS3 TV. Matt, let me answer this right quick. I don't think they're going to settle for Trey Lance. But Trey Lance is about as untapped as a prospect can be. I don't think they or anybody else knows what Trey Lance can do. So I don't think they need to be moving him unless there's a team that really wants him, that has some draft value that they can deal with. So we'll see, y'all. We'll see. All right, let me get out of here. Y'all take care. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. Number 1, day 1 in the historic case against Donald Trump, charged with election interference, began Monday morning. In the opening statements, the prosecutor stated they had proof or receipts proving the former president covered up criminal conspiracy by lying in his New York business records over and over and over again. The Trump defense lawyer, attorney Todd Blanche, declared his client did nothing wrong, stating, "There's nothing wrong with trying to influence an election. It's called democracy." Number 2, PEN America reports a significant increase in book bans in the 2023-24 school year, targeting books on sensitive topics. Critics argue the bans suppress free expression and impose ideological control. Advocates for free expression call for awareness of the dangers of censorship. Number 3, the What You Need to Know newsletter, along with our partners at Black Health Matters, tell a story of a man whose life changed due to a basketball injury. Find out how a finger fracture led him to a diagnosis of multiple myeloma in today's newsletter. Number 4, segregation is caused by 20th century laws, policies, and practices, not self-selection. These actions have led to racial disparities and disinvestment in certain communities, which persist today. On Thursday, WTTW Channel 11 begins airing a series called Shame on Chicago, Shame of the Nation, which documents the racist legacy of housing policies in Chicago. Today's racial wealth gap, South and West Side disinvestment, shoddy appraisals, and the devaluing of black neighborhoods all have roots in the past. Number 5, a 401k loan allows you to borrow money temporarily from your retirement account. The interest you pay goes back into your account along with the principal. The IRS allows borrowing up to 50% of your vested balance, or $50,000, whichever is less. However, employers have the final say on whether to offer these loans. For more information on how to unlock your 401k, check out our celebrity CPA to the stars, Katrina M. Kraft. Head on over to the newsletter. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. A wise person once said, "Just let things play out, because what's supposed to happen will happen." Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with comedian Damon Williams, political contributor Cameron Riley, and producer Ahmed Gordon, and our special guest, CBS Sports' Tarika Foster Bradley, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.
Hi, I'm Laura Williams, coming to you from Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. Here we've got tons of inventory here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands, ranging from XT4s to XT6 and from CT4 to CT6. We've got tons of certified pre-owned inventory here. Come see us here at Bayway Cadillac of the Woodlands. You can contact Laura Williams at 281-224-3666.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.